Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm here with my cookie housewife, Laura.
I'm here with my build-it-higher husband, Nathan.
And we're here for the Christmas Oreo Build Your Own Cookie House kit.
We sure are. Who needs a gingerbread house when you can have an Oreo one?
Yes, so it's looks like, I think gingerbread maybe, but you can decorate with Oreo cookies.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I haven't... Oh, no, they're chocolate, not gingerbread.
Chocolate house cookies, wow.
See? Who needs gingerbread?
So it comes with, obviously, the cookie parts of the house, the chocolate house parts, the Oreo cookies, mini beads, and pre-made white icing.
There's 5 well, in Australia that would be EZ steps, but obviously I know it's meant to be EZ steps, but that's not how we pronounce that letter here.
I completely disagree with the first step because every time I've built any of these houses, it's always been a disaster.
Yeah, so 5 steps, and we're going to have this beautiful house at the end.
Oh boy!
It's not going to look that good, let's just be honest.
This was $10 at Woolworths in Australia.
I thought it was 9, I don't know why.
About that price.
Yeah. I haven't seen them anywhere else, but I mean, Woolworths is where we normally shop, so...
Right, let's just sort of give a bit of an angle to see our goodies.
Alright, so we have our icing bag, and the first step, I believe, is actually to knead our icing.
It says knead massage the icing pouch 1 to 2 minutes, bringing icing to room temperature and making it more adhesive. Repeat this process periodically during building and decorating if needed. Choking hazard. Small cap. Do not eat. Okay.
Well, I wasn't planning on it. Alright, so Nathan is going to start doing the kneading process over there, and I'll pull out what else we have. So we've got a 3-pack of original Oreos here, and then another 3-pack here. Just thinking of how many it actually looks like it uses. I mean, I'm thinking this is a half. Maybe 1, 2, 3, another half, 4.
That's like 3/4.
I think this is not going to work that well, personally. I think when we're trying to carve or pull apart our Oreos, it's not going to... I think they're going to fall apart, is what I'm saying.
Also keeping in mind, this was only like $9 or $10, which is pretty much on par with other non-branded like gingerbread houses, and it's chocolate, not ginger.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but cutting biscuits and things in half is not always easy.
Oh, it just crumbles for me.
Exactly. So we've also got our mini beads, as they call them, which is
little candy sort of things.
Really hard candy. And then, thankfully, our house pieces, which haven't broken yet, which I have had happen before out of like gingerbread.
Well, it was the last pack on the shelf, so I'm very glad that's the case.
Yeah. All right. So let's get all our parts out. Hang on, I've got some.
We came prepared.
Well, we say that now. So much could still go wrong.
I'm still kneading away, by the way.
Excellent. So we've got.
Is it weird that it doesn't smell like gingerbread, opening up what looks like a gingerbread house?
No, it's got a cocoa sort of smell to it. We have, I guess the front and back door are identical.
Looks like it.
Then we have...
The base?
Yes.
It's the base you put everything on.
Interesting. Okay. They don't normally have a base. Normally you just like build them on a plastic tray, the gingerbread ones.
I suppose it depends which ones you get.
We have 2 roof pieces and then...
Windows. Are you unsure about the windows?
No, I'm just looking at how it kind of goes.
Laura's looking at the instructions on the back, which are quite small, to be honest.
Yeah, you can't really see them up close. Alright, so what it says to do after you've done your kneading over there, Nathan, is to start the flow of the icing. We need to take the cap off.
Alright, it's pretty warm
snip
now.
A 1/4 inch. Again, not a measurement we generally use in Australia, so that's fun. A 1/4 inch cut off the top, but not too large, otherwise you're just going to have it coming out everywhere.
Alright, I have the cap off. Could I please have the scissors?
Yes. So a 1/4 inch, Nathan.
A 1/4 inch is a small amount.
Yeah. Alright, I'll cut through that. Then essentially we're going to lay out the pieces and have a go at putting it together. So
alright,
we're going to need our base.
Now, obviously. I don't think anything goes on the base. It goes on like the 2 walls, it looks like.
So these?
Yeah.
So we want these this way to have some icing along the bottom. Ooh, don't break them. Along the sides and the bottom.
So the bottom and the sides?
Yep. And for some reason the instructions show doing both of these at the same time. I would think doing one of them and then sticking them together would be better. Otherwise the icing is just sitting out long term.
Oh boy.
That's good.
Oh boy.
What do you mean, oh boy?
I've had no luck with houses of ginger and or chocolate. And on the bottom, you say?
I think I've only ever had one. No, as in along the bottom here it shows.
I can't quite see.
Although, that doesn't make any sense to me. I would put it on the bottom.
Yeah, well, how's it going to stick on the base?
I'm just looking at what it's showing on here. Again, the photos are quite small. I think maybe an instruction sheet just to make it a little clearer. Might have been good.
That's one.
All right. Now, then this one just needs some at the bottom. And then we're going to get our base, which is not the same length as the house. Do we want it at one end or?
I don't really care. Yeah, because it could be like the front lawn.
This doesn't feel like it's going to stick at all.
It's not flat.
Yeah, it's not flat. The base biscuit's not flat. The edge isn't flat.
I don't want to cut it either because, you know.
No, we're not cutting it. And then this one's meant to go in there. Well, actually, it's sticking better than I had anticipated.
So I'll do the other one now.
Yep.
I sort of want to do it on camera. I don't want to also damage or knock anything.
Yeah, you're not allowed to damage anything, Nathan. Otherwise, we will not have a house at the end.
Yeah,
It'll be like a demolished house. Just the silence watching you eyes.
Okay.
Alright, and then that one needs some on the bottom because that's the other end of our house. I feel like the shape and size of the base is a weird choice.
It's a bit disproportionate, isn't it?
Yeah.
If this house falls, it's clearly your fault and not my excellent icing skills.
Oh, thanks.
Alright, there we go.
Gently gotta get this in here, which it's not at the moment.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Like
is
the
it showing?
base is so big.
It's sort of got a curve there.
Yeah. So along here isn't flat is what we're talking about. There's a bigger gap this end than there is the rest of the way along.
And if I'd noticed at the start, I probably wouldn't have cut it because it probably like cracked the whole thing.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to cut these at all. Alright, so...
And then the roof, are we just going to ice along the top?
Yeah, so basically it just says to do like along here. Let's see just how big. Yeah, they're going to sit on the outside. Alright. These are quite big. That's what I have a lot of problem with. The roofs of these are usually quite heavy and chunky.
And they don't stay up there because the weight of them is fairly disproportionate to the walls holding them. Exactly. I assume it's just the two sides. You don't need to do the top of the window.
Well, I wouldn't know. I mean, it doesn't particularly show you. I would say that's a see how you go kind of scenario. And if you need it, you know, put it on.
Okay.
Alright.
Roof it up.
I've got to make sure I've got... I think they go that way. Let me just check the front. Oh, they've covered it on the front of the picture. Done.
Yeah, so you got the right way.
Okay.
Because the roofs go down like the...
And if I haven't, this is how it's going to be. Alright? It's going to be this way either way.
And do I need to like glue some of the part up here?
Yeah, I would say there's actually quite a lot of icing on that top bit because some of the Oreos are going to go in the top there. I mean, so far so good. Right? It's a little wonky on the base, but that's because it's not flat itself.
Hey, it's staying up.
Oh, it's quite hanging like a long way.
That's
back.
like not quite even on that side too. If you put it face on, it's like starting to sink a little bit.
Well, maybe it's not starting to sink. Maybe that's just where I stuck it. That could just be me. Oh no, that's definitely moving.
It's not that hot here, by the way, when we're filming.
No,
so
it's not hot at all today. Oh boy.
I think the issue we're getting is
gonna need icing in here because again, it's not. The edges don't match necessarily that accurately.
Squish it on.
There we go. Oh no, he's sliding.
Quick, let's decorate quickly.
Oh no, that's gonna go. Because this icing usually does harden in these, but it takes time. Like a long time sometimes. Alright, so the idea then next is to basically just...
copy the...
It says step 5.
Decorate.
Decorate. It also says to wait 10 minutes prior to decorating your house so that that icing can have a little bit of a chance to harden.
Well, what about if we try and make some of the shapes of the cookies and things that they've done? So I think one at the top of it's just like 2 Oreos cut in half.
Yeah, so it doesn't say from here, it just says decorate. So you can do it however you want, of course.
And these like split, these are one Oreo I imagine split in half.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. And with that one you can still see the cream in.
Alright.
So, the disastrous moment where we have to cut an Oreo in half.
I wonder if it's going to be any different, like it's going to be thinner or regular.
Well, one's already crumbled.
Beautiful. That can be the one on the floor,
So
the ground, the steps leading up to the steps.
Not a good... That one's broken.
Beautiful.
And so is this one.
Excellent.
Are you eating some of that?
I had a little bit, yeah.
No.
I'm eating the decorations.
No, don't do that. Well, I mean, how am I supposed to cut any of those in half nicely? They're already... Oh.
Oh, come on, Laura. What is...
Hang on.
Oh, it's broken too.
Is it? Oh, no. Come on. Not as much. we can probably hide that. It's okay. Oh, there's a good one. And this one I can see is also partially broken.
Shall we use this one for the top? Because we can cut it in half.
Can we?
Oh, well, you're doing this one. I did all the icing.
No. Okay.
Hang on, let's move it up so everyone can see how well you cut.
Oh, dear.
It's a slightly unpleasant sound.
No.
Oh.
Nope. It's just a crumbly biscuit, you know. This is the part I always think just doesn't work. No, don't put them on yet. It's still drying. Oh, no. Nathan is putting them on off camera.
Soiled it. Soiled it. Soiled it.
Yeah, there's not enough icing, I don't think, to actually keep those up. Oh, boy. Okay, so in theory, we're now meant to, like, pull some of these apart to have...
I wonder if, hang on, pass the knife, if I can sort of maybe, it's going to be easy just to do that, I wonder.
Broken. Look, our house will have seen better days, okay?
There we go, there's...
Well, that bit's still on there. So there's one. So the idea would be to pop this on here.
Would we need some of the icing maybe to help it?
I would think that's probably a good idea, yeah. And then there's one, I assume, on the other side. I'm guessing there's only a picture of one side. We're trying to do our best to make it look similar. Oh, you...
What?
You could have at least put the word Oreo up the right way.
You think there's another one on the other side? That's probably...
I would assume there's one on the other side, yeah.
Alright. Alright. Look, I'm even putting it up the right way this time.
That's gentle on there.
Alright, what else?
Alright, so on the front of our house, there's also meant to be another whole Oreo.
Oh boy, do we have any whole Oreos left?
We also then should have some sort of half, I don't know whether it's like the double-sided, like full sandwich or not, but that's above our door. And then lots and lots of icing.
Which we're probably not going to get to most of, to be honest. Let's be honest here.
We'll do our best. Alright, no, I don't...
trim down another one that's already in half?
Hang on, is any of this one still...
Alright. You get the knife and trim that.
That was the other sound of the other broken side just breaking a bit more. It wasn't the good side. I managed.
Alright. Get that.
Gentle.
Yeah.
That looks like it's moving. It's my imagination.
Just your imagination.
Okay, good. There's not a lot of room here. It shows like above the door having like a fair chunk of Oreo, but I'm thinking just something small. Look, that's like the size of the top of the door.
Yeah, what about that one then?
Yeah, I think any bigger and it's going to be too much and it's going to come down.
This whole thing's going to come down. Just don't sneeze.
Now we should then be adding some more icing around the edges of the roof so that we can add our mini beads, which I think is a really... That was what they were called, right?
Mini beads.
Which is a really weird name for an edible product. You've got the icing, by the way. Yeah.
Alright, so where am I icing? Around...
So, sort of along here, maybe the edges.
Alright.
Just somewhere so we can kind of give you an idea. You can do this, Nathan.
Oh no, I'm hitting the Oreo at the top.
Well, you can't knock them down. They're up there now, they have to stay there.
I think it's starting to get a bit jammed.
Well, it does say to knead it again throughout the process, the icing bag, that is. Sorry about the noise, just trying to get the mini beads.
There we go.
I feel like we should try one, but I'm not sure I want to.
They're going to taste like the chalky nothingness. They got a bit of fruity flavour of some sort.
Yeah. They're not as hard as they look either, surprisingly. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Good job, Oreo. Half the time those things are really
horrible.
horrible.
Yeah, like not a bonbon, one of those kids' stockings, like fabric ones, and they come with like a spinning top, a mini colouring book, and like a bag of chalky lollies or something.
Yeah, those are pretty bad.
And the icing's sticking pretty well.
Yeah, this has gone a lot better. I think the biggest issue is the fact that so many of our Oreo cookies were already cracked.
I suppose you could always buy Oreo cookies at the store if you want to.
You shouldn't have to.
I know,
this kit's meant to have everything. But yeah, the icing seems to be working well. Aside from it being curvy, they're staying together, the actual walls and things. So
there's one side.
Are you going to do the other side?
Nah. I might do the window though.
Sure. You can do the window.
Alright, let me just power up the icing bag.
And now it also shows like little front steps, being some halved Oreo cookies. But again, we don't really have a lot of halves left that aren't in some way damaged. This one might be okay. Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, we have a nice derelict house.
There's some stepping stones. It also shows, I suppose, if you are perhaps more adventurous, cutting them into quarters and making a Christmas tree with them.
God, that'll never happen.
Yeah, we're not clever enough for that. We don't have the skills.
Oh, we need one for the door, don't we?
Yes, for the door handle. So from here, obviously, you can take the rest of the icing if you wanted to and do the edges just like it shows.
And there's at least half a bag, if not more, in there.
So you'd have more than enough to turn, as far as we've gone, into that with the icing. I suppose we should try some of the actual house.
Yeah, all right.
Because everyone's probably thinking, I know what an Oreo cookie tastes like, but how good is the chocolate house?
Should we try some of the base so the kids can at least see the house before it collapses?
Sure, if you can get a bit of the base off without killing it. Our kids aren't here at the moment, so...
There we go.
All right. Oh, there's gingerbread in it.
So...
Or like ginger in it.
Definitely more chocolatey. Not the greatest.
With a hint of ginger.
Not the greatest I've had, but...
It's sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not the most exciting flavour, but it's certainly not awful or anything like that. It's a pretty reasonable, like, dry, sturdy, chocolatey biscuit.
Still, $10 or $9, we can't quite agree on that. It's not a bad sort of deal.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. And if, you know, your family doesn't like gingerbread and you want to build something, there's definitely this option. They also have which we reviewed in the past, gummy block lolly house.
It's like 3D gummy blocks from like Woolworth brand, I think. And we built some of a house.
Yes, that's up on the channel, I think last year or the year before, I can't quite remember, but you can check that one out. And they're selling it again this year along with a train. Yeah, there's a gingerbread train somewhere out there as well.
There's quite a few more gingerbread kits out there.
Or non-gingerbread ones. If you enjoyed watching this video, give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comment section down below, what sort of kit like this do you like? Have you had any that are like really successful, or are you just like, nope, not going there?
Obviously, look how beautiful my icing is.
Very artistic. Hit that subscribe button and check back soon. We have videos every Monday and Saturday.
Sounds good.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.